Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this Playwright tutorial, I'm going to discuss about lists. Alright, now in any web page, you will find something, say for example, let me open the example here. So you'll find something like these list items, right? So if you simply go ahead and say right click and inspect, any tag, any list item will be in the li list tag, right? So you'll see that these dots here, all these are basically within the list tag, and these are the list items, right? So within Playwright, you can manipulate, or you can basically work with the list items very easily. Let's see what all features are supported, right? Now in the lists, you can basically go ahead and count item in the list, right? Straight away within a Playwright. So for example, here, if you'll see the example that we can get by role, right? And we have already understood that in the locators, you can locate by the role. Okay. Now if we say get by role and list item, right? So when you say list item, it is the ARIA role, and that role is a list item. For example, for button, there is a button, right? For text box, there is a text box. So based on the role of a web element, you can specify. So the role of a list item is, or a role of a list is a list item. So we can say get by role list item, and then you can simply count, right? So to have count, or you can also validate. Then you can assert a text within a particular list, right? So you want to check in this particular list, do we have this text or not? Okay, so you can have a lot of out of the box features and functions, methods that are available within Playwright to work with the lists. Okay, so let's quickly understand this with the example. Okay, so I'll open this particular website, which is training.rcvacademy.com, and we have some list items here. Okay, so now if, say for example, I want to get, or I want to validate these four, that there are 4 list items within this particular section, right? So we have to basically do a little bit of tweaking, but for now, what I'll do is I'll see how many list items are there on this particular page. All right, so you can quickly see, okay, if I have to count how many list items are there, or how many list items are available on this particular page, and I want to validate it, I can straight away go and do it, right? So let me go to the VS Code, and I will simply copy and paste one of the existing test here. So I'll say copy, and in the test I'll paste it, and let's rename this to list demo.js. all right, and on this page now I will simply say this is list demo, right? So I'll say list demo. Okay, and we are going to a page which is training.rcvacademy.com, right? Go to this particular page. Okay, and now I will simply just remove everything. What we can do, we can basically, if we want to validate how many list items are there on the page, we can simply use expect. Okay, and then get by role list item. So when we say page.get by role list item, it will get me all the list items present on the page, right? And then I can simply say, okay, to have count, or to have the particular text, right? I can do the text validation, the count validation over the list easily. Okay, so simply I'll copy this particular statement, and I'll simply go ahead and paste it here. So it will basically get me by role the list item that are present on this particular page, right? And then I'm saying dot to have count 3. I know there are more items than 3, because there is menu item, there are footer items. As of now, we just have seen these 4 items here. So let me randomly put, say 8 items in there. Okay, and we'll see if there are more than or less than 8 items, this particular assertion will fail. Okay, but here the idea is to understand that you have, or you can work with the list very easily within Playwright. Okay, so now if I go ahead and simply run this, let's see what happens. So it is launching the page. You'll see the portal will get opened, training.rcvacademy.com, and then on this particular page, it will count all the list items, because we have said page.get by role list items. So any list items that are there on this particular page will be counted, and then we are expecting that the count should be 8, right? And if the count is more than 8 or less than 8, the assertion will fail, and I think that has happened, right? So you'll see that this has timed out to have count expected. Okay, let me see. Okay, you'll see here expected 8 and received 27, right? So basically there are 27 list items on this particular page, and randomly I have just put 8, but if I say I change it to 27, because there are 27 list items, and if I re-execute this, it should re-execute, perfectly fine. All right, because now this time there are 27 list item and the assertion or the expectation of the count of the list items will match and this will pass, right? So you'll see that easily we can get how many list items are there, right, by page.getByRole list item, and then we can count the items with just the method, or validate the items on the list items by just method to have count. Okay, we can also validate the content of the text, right, or the list content. It's taking more than expected time. Close this. What I'll do is I'll clear all the results and let me close this and re-execute. I think there is some process that's stuck. Let me restart. Okay, rerun this. I'll click on run. It has opened the browser, the page. It will count the items that are there, the list items, and validate that the number is actually 27. Let's see. You will see that one has passed, right? And why? Because we are validating that on that particular page we are counting. First thing is we are getting the list items by role, which is basically will get all the list items, and then we are saying expect to have count 27, and there are 27 list items, right? So this is basically what we can do. Now you will see that these are 4 list items. There are some list items in the footer as well, right? So I haven't counted all of that, but you will see that if we simply, go and see the list items on this particular page, you will simply say Control F. If I simply say li, or simply say list items, right? So you'll see that there are 27, one of 27, right, has been displayed. So there are 27 list items which are present on that particular page, and that's what we are expecting, right? That's what we are trying to validate here with the to have count method. Okay, so this is one of the thing. Now the next thing is basically to count items in a list, right? Now there are many out of the box features. Assert the text in the list. Now what we can do is, for example, within the list you want to assert, right? So we can simply say get by role list item and then to have text, and you pass the text that you are asserting. For example, here apple, banana, orange are the list items, right? And I want to validate that within this list item, I want to validate the text present is this, right? So I can pass that in the array format, comma separated. Okay, then we can also filter a specific item. Okay, so for example, there are so many list item. I want to filter a specific one. Okay, we can simply say, okay, we can locate by any of the method, right? For example, here you will see that we used to use this, right? Get by text. But what we can also do, we can filter, right? So we can say get by role list item and then use the method dot filter and then say has text orange and then click on it, right? For example, on this particular page, right? On this particular page, there are list items here. Okay, so these are the list items as well: home, all courses, support, right, practice. So what you can do is you can say get by role list item. Okay, and then what next? You can say dot filter and then you can say has text, for example, support. Okay, and then you can do any action on it, click on it or other actions, right? So we will get this all in action in the next video, but as of now I'm just explaining what all possibilities are there, right? With the list item, what all you can basically do. Then you have also option of chaining the filters, right? So you can say here one more thing, this getting by nth item, right? So for example, here you will see that there is a unique attribute, apple, banana, orange, right? These are different. You can identify it differently because they have unique attributes there or values there. But say for example, list items are there, but then those list items don't have any unique attribute. You just know first, nth, last, or a specific number where that particular item exists. So you can say locator dot first, last, or n, and you can specify the location, the index where that particular item is, and then you can perform the action. For example, I'll say, okay, get by role list item and then say dot first. So it will always pick the first item in the list. The dot last will pick the last item and you can perform on the action on it. Or you can say dot nth and you can specify the number, the location. So for example, second, third, fourth, you can specify that as well. Then you can also chain the filters, right? For example, when we say chaining, so I can say, okay, I can filter based on text. I can then again apply another filter, right? So you'll see that filter has particular text, Mary, and then again say dot filter has page this. So any sort of chaining is also applicable within Playwright, and you can work all that within the list here, right? Then there are some rare use cases which we'll discuss in the last part of this particular course, but as of now I just wanted to cover that working with lists is pretty simple and straightforward in Playwright as compared to other tools. Okay, so in the next video I'll explain how you can go ahead and interact with one of the list items. So for example, I want to click on support or automation practice page or sign in, how we can go ahead and click on it, okay, using the same approach. So that's all for this video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.